What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to yet another match on my own Android account. You can tell right away by seeing a dock. That is one of my most important and one of my most favorite bots still in the game. Of course, the Storm ECU Spectre is still the absolute favorite because it's so special and so unique. But so is, I think, the dock in my opinion, because it's not being played that much, although now it's being played more because keep in mind that enemies will now, or people will now be able to buy it for only 1,000 gold, right? So that's what we're doing here. We're using the dock. We already killed one guy trying to go for the beacon, but then something weird happens. Look, this guy has a lag, and whoop, he's somewhere else. And at first I didn't even see where he went, like he completely teleported away. I'm going to show you this again in a second. Hold on. We're gonna go there right away. There it is. Look, here comes a replay. I'm firing at him. I'm switching to my other weapons, and look where he goes. Oh, whoop. And there he is, somewhere else, and I didn't find him anymore because my target also switched somewhere else, and I was like, where did he go? What the heck? I didn't even know where to fire my weapons. This guy targeted me, the freaking Haichi comes and just squished. So that wasn't exactly the best beginning, but I still want to give you some awesome action here in this video, and although I don't have a specific topic to show you, like for example, a Scourge Spectre only, which by the way there is a video coming up for this too, or a maxed out version of a special setup. The purpose of this video is just trying to have some awesome action with you guys on my own Android account, which I know you guys want to see occasionally too. Because this is where I still play under-leveled compared to most of my enemies, and I guess you can see yourself in the same shoes very often when you play yourself in a similar spot. Now I'm activating my stealth jump in range to capture the beacon while I'm working down his frontal shield. Now the frontal shield is gone, my Scourge is still going, my stealth ability is still going, and he's pretty much just killed, right? He's like a super quick, easy kill right there against the Scourge Spectre. I really like this weapon, and here it is. I did the quick switch. Did you see the quick switch? That's what I call this with a Scourge. I call it the quick switch, is when you switch your target before you killed your target, so that you don't have the 3-second lock on in between. And very often you will still be able to kill your dude that you had targeted before with a previous fire, because the fire is a little bit delayed, and then you don't have to trigger this reload, and that's a really cool thing. Now we're having a full Haichi coming up with Orkans. This is a monster. This guy was supposed to carry this match now, and what happened is he got absolutely whooped because I got this Scourge stealth jump on him. And yeah, really cool. By the way, guys, if you do like these kinds of videos, and as well, you know, on my account or even the Mark II account, first off, I'd like to hear what you like more. Guys, please leave a comment in the section down in the comment bit of the video and tell me what you like more. Are you more in favor of the Battle Rack account with the high level stuff, where I can show you stuff that you know otherwise might not be able to see, or myself either, or do you prefer I'm gonna help out here on this beacon because this is still the same that I captured before. I captured this beacon on the far side of their base, and I'm just holding it for the entire match. And my teams are coming here too. But so yeah, do you prefer these, or do you also enjoy this other? What do you like more? And yeah, if you do enjoy and find it entertaining or something, it would be amazing if you could subscribe to the channel, to the video. Sorry, to the channel. Subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell, because it helps me out tremendously in reaching this 100k subs goal that I'm pursuing. Yeah, so did you see what we have done here in this match, guys? Basically, we went all the way past the enemies, took their home beacon, and now the entire battle is done on their base. Do you notice that? We kind of shifted the entire battle to their base now. They can't even get out of their base because we are spawning a beacon rush on their base beacon, and they're spawning right next to it on their actual base. So this is so freaking cool. Now with a Fujin as a long-range bot, obviously I'm going to jump far away from them, but I think we have just ran through all the enemies. They don't have anything to spawn in with anymore, because we just shifted this entire match within 3 minutes. I think both teams lost like 15 robots in 3 minutes or so, so 30 robots altogether, because we had these close spawns, and that's what Beacon Rush can do to you. If you take a home beacon right next to their base, it's basically a checkmate immediately. It's like a GG if you can hold that beacon, and that's pretty cool. Except maybe the enemy responds and reacts differently and says, okay, you know what, you have our beacon at home, we're gonna just take your beacon. Enjoy sitting there now, because we're gonna go around and take the other beacons instead. I think this way you can flip it around, but most people will respond with a reaction to say, oh, Nikes, they have our home beacon, we can't let them have that, and then they go for it, right? And that is exactly what you don't want to have, then clashing in such short distance very often. So yeah, we got this Fury. This Fury is a badass sniper with his Zeus and all that. But thankfully, as a Hydra Fujin here, I decided to jump in a little bit earlier. It's Team Deathmatch, and that's kind of why I have the Fujin as well. Because on Team Deathmatch, the Fujin with Hydras is a very good thing. You can be safe from any other homing missile coming in, and at the same time you can launch your rockets halfway across the map. And for example, put some pressure on this guy. This Zeus Fury right there, he doesn't have a chance, dude. He absolutely gets completely whooped by those Hydras. There's nothing he can do at all. All he can do is just look at himself dying and his HP going away. And yeah. So there's also this guy also is, he would be safe now, but he is not safe because my Hydras just don't care about this cover. I see the Vortex or whatever flying towards me, so I'm activating my shield in advance, and thankfully I'm able to just withstand the firepower. On my own account, which this is here, I'm still I was at the time working towards the Champions League. And I am now in the Champions League. I'm not sure if I already was right here. See what happened? I'm being attacked now by a Scourge Haichi, I think, and a Plasma or something Inquisitor. So right now, I'm stationary. I don't have the slightest chance to survive this situation. But what I can do is make this dude jump with his stealth. And that's what I'm doing. I'm targeting him with the Hydras, and as a result, oh, it was Tulumbas, okay. As a result, he will trigger his stealth jump. That might not be very useful to me right now, but it will be useful now, because he just used his stealth jump, and there is nothing he can do right now to not get absolutely destroyed and deleted from the game by this jump right here. See that? Even though I was in a dying situation before, completely hopeless, I was still able to draw a massive advantage out of it by triggering his stealth jump, by firing a few Hydras at him. And of course he doesn't want to take the damage, so he just goes and activates the jump, and that's basically a 100% instant kill next time I come around with my Spectre. Of course he didn't knew that was going to happen, but I knew I could do that to him. So I saw this opportunity and I used it, and it worked. And that's really cool. Same goes for this Haichi here. Let's see if the quick switch works. Nah, I messed up my quick switch. Because it was so far away. But yeah, we're still going here. There's I'm not even sure what this, it's a hover with, what does he have? I know it's a hover, but I'm not sure what he's got, what weapons he has. Oh, we have some Tulumba Griffin taking some revenge. And what is this guy? Oh, he's also a Tulumba Griffin, but he only has 500-meter range. So without actually any problem, I can just sit here. See, his Tulumbas are already coming around the corner. He wants to get me, and I'm stealth jumping around the corner, dealing some major damage to him, and at the same time being able to just absolutely put some damage into every single one of these guys, getting the kill. Oh, now this is bad. Oh boy. I think I forgot about this guy. I must have completely forgotten about him sitting right there, because that surely could have been, going better than it just did. 3 seconds, 2 seconds till stealth jump. 1 second, let's see. Boop, and I make a mistake. My mistake right now, ladies and gentlemen, is I jump too far. See that? I'm now not able to use my firepower because I jumped out of line of sight. If you have a Spectre and you use a stealth jump, make sure to plan your jump so that you are that you land in line of sight, so that you can still fire all the time at your enemy without intermission. And ideally, if you can, the best thing you can do with a stealth jump is to land on a mountain, right? Because then, enemy can shoot in your general direction and deal damage to you. They won't be able to because you're on a different level of height, and they can't, get you even with accidental shots in your direction. So I see this RDB up there. I think I could ignore this RDB because he's not going to go through my shield that quickly, even though I think my Haichi is only level 8 or level 10. but so I can ignore him and just go for these guys, which I think they're very important targets. But unfortunately, I'm being targeted a lot by rockets from everywhere, and some plasma stuff seems to be coming in too from behind or so. And unfortunately, I got completely destroyed. But you know, at least we got rid of one of these guys, and I don't know, didn't work out well. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat this because it was terrible. It was terrible. So this guy's getting some damage, but he will obviously immediately start jumping. That's what a griffin does. A griffin has a jump ready. You shoot the griffin, he's gonna jump. It's like an instinct that these griffins have. They're born with the instinct to instantly jump once you fire at them, and you can use that against them. Just fire 2-3 rockets, wait for their jump, and then hit them with a real salvo when they're in the air or whatever. Okay, here he already jumped. But I'm going for this guy instead, because I think he is going to be the guy I want to kill, because he can fire over cover, right? And although I have a problem with my freaking legs, I hate this. You land from an angle. Now you turn. Look, I'm walking. I'm here on the lower left corner of the screen. You can see. I'm trying to move to the lower right, right? And look what my butt does. I hate this. I hate why it does that. I still don't understand. I never will understand why it does that. But you know. One thing I saw around the corner there, guys, was a rhino. And a rhino is an absolute victim to the death button griffin. And although I am being attacked, of course, from behind, the second I jump, somebody spawns right next to me. But I was still able to get that rhino. Switching to Tulumbas, because he is in range of my Tulumbas, can deal some damage. Not that much, because the Tulumbas I think are only level 11 or so, level Mark 1, and you know they aren't really offering that much damage output anyways. But you know the Orkans on the other hand, they do a lot of damage, and if you switch to them, there's a good chance you're gonna get the kill out of 3 guys firing at the same target. 27 versus 8, victory. Let's see the statistics here. It was my own account, you guys know that. 8 kills, 1.2 million damage, and yeah, let's have another one right here. MAGA, that's me. GMG MAGA. That stands for Manni-Gaming, of course, but most people don't understand what it stands for, and they will not think that this is me. And that's good for me, because I realized now, after more than a year of doing this with the name YouTube Manni, that people actually know my name, and they go and focus me because they think they're gonna end up being in the video with me, or something like this, and that's a bit of a problem there. So they focus me with their Noricones, with their freaking Sinit or Hydras, and I decided to go for a name that isn't so obvious. And yeah, right now that seems to be working fine. Let's see if maybe in the future I have to change this again. Right now, I don't have to. Let's make this this Inquisitor jump. See that? I'm hitting him so well now that he has to jump. There's no other way. Unfortunately, I have a freaking RGB Griffin shooting at me, but this Inquisitor has just jumped, and he's going to be so bummed when I jump up now. Brrr, doing so much damage to him. I might not be able to kill him in time, but dude, he just suffered some major damage right there. And I would have been able to kill... Oh no, the freaking RGB. I hate this Griffin. Go away, freaking RDB Griffin. I'm shooting back at him now to take a little bit of revenge, but I have to accept that I'm in a bad spot right now. Aha! Hello, Hover. I wouldn't have done that. Oh, I can't kill him because the RDB is... You know what? That's enough. I'm now going to kill that RDB. I'm sick of you, dude. This guy's so annoying with this freaking RDB. He seemed to have only been focusing me. So I kill him, kill this guy, and now I have a one-on-one against the Jesse with aphids? Really? Interesting. He knows how to launch his aphids. He'll let the target and send the rockets into my line of walking or so. But I also know how to walk against vortex aphids, so I'm walking like this. This is how he doesn't even deal any point of damage to me. And of course, once the stealth jump is ready, there is very little he can do, especially because his weapon even loses his lock on. We have a 350 meter range Lancelot with Tyrants coming up, which means I can just break his shield by staying out of 350 meters range. Did you see it explode? At the very end, after my firing ends, you will see, boop, his shield exploding. And boo! There it is. So the center part of this shield is already done. Now, he's going to go into cover. I won't be able to make use of it now, but who knows? If I encounter this guy later, then I will need that I got through his shield, you know? So let's see if we will be able to make use of the broken shield or if somebody else does. But even if someone else does from my team, it will still be useful to me. Here I'm making a mistake. I should have, yeah, see, it's me now dealing direct damage to him immediately. But the problem I did here, I shouldn't have jumped, you know, like this. I shouldn't have jumped upwards, I should have jumped forward so I could fire at him. And then I shouldn't have turned around and attacked him because I lost my target. And it all turned out to be an absolute nightmare. The fact that I turned around and lost my targeting, that killed me. That almost killed my full bot. If I had kept him targeted, I would have killed him without him being able to do much damage to me, but... yeah, I screwed up. Uh-oh, we see Hydras. I saw Hydras coming. I knew I have to jump. There's no way around the jump now. If I didn't jump right now, I would have been killed instantly. Let's see, maybe we can at least capture the beacon before we die. That's my goal right now. Trying to capture the beacon. And yes, we did get the beacon now. Okay, it won't be for very long, but at least we have gotten for the time being. So they have to walk down the ramp in order to take it back, right? And that's good. That gives me some, that buys our team some time. What is this? It's, I think that's a Carnage with Thunders, yes. It looked like a Carnage with Thunders. Double dash, and now he's too far away to really make use of his Thunder, and I can just absolutely blast him away. This is really unfair, man. The Carnage, I think it needs a bit more HP. How about we make an, you know, how do you say it? We make a petition. No, let's not do that. But we could really ask for a buff on the Carnage. The Carnage could really use a little bit more health. I'd say 20,000 more HP because look at the freaking Haichi. The freaking Haichi has an all-time active shield, 3 medium weapons, and the dash, and has much more health than the Carnage has. Even though the Carnage is, I think, supposed to be a heavy bot, is it? Not sure if I'm right about this, but in any case, I think the Carnage is so outdated because it has so little health, and I think it could really use a bit of a more HP buff, especially considering the Haichi is so ridiculously armored. That doesn't even make sense that it has so much health, even though it has this shield, the dash, 3 super powerful weapons. Like, it's just way too much. So I'm absolutely voting right here, right now with you guys for a more HP Carnage. Let's make it hashtag Carnage buff. I'm gonna probably add this to the video description and see if maybe we can get this to work. 20,000 more HP would be a real fair thing. That would allow you to compete a little bit better with the Carnage, because right now, let's face it, in higher leagues you never see Carnages anymore because they're just like 3-hit kills. Like a Taran Haichi comes around and 3-hit kills the guy. And even Orkans just deplete the Orkan shield and then 2, 3, 4 more salvos and you're done with your Carnage. And the only way you can see the Carnage still being used is a little bit as a sniper with Dragoon and as Zeus. But you know what? That's not what it's meant to do. Like, seriously, Pixonic, you know that I'm right. You know that this bot was not really meant as a sniping bot. It was meant as a brawler with thunders and stuff like that, right? So let's make it a little bit more up to date and give this bot what it deserves, a little bit more of a brawling potential and a chance in this absolutely overpowered world. World of war robots. Okay, still going here. I use my my little dock, which, yeah, many more people, like I said, will probably be running around with this in the future because it's now much cheaper. I bought this thing for, I think, $50 or $40. I think I got it from a deal. There was a special deal going on and I only had to pay like 40 or so, maybe even 35. It was cheaper for sure, but you can buy this thing now for 1,500 gold or 1,000 something. It's a really good offer. It's so much cheaper than it was when I bought it, and it's I love the bot. It's so good. 4 medium weapons, for example, on the shock train, that works very well, or Scourge, or you can combine different weapons like Tarans and Orkans. No matter who's coming, no matter if physical shield or energy shield, you're gonna have the right thing to use against it, right? And yeah, so a really, really good bot in my opinion. Also, it's quite mobile and it has a lot of health. Uh-oh, my relatively lower leveled Griffin now has to fight this massive Ancelot, which is probably at least level 12. And I'm running through the shield because I drained the shield before we had line of sight. And then thankfully I was able to kill him because the shield, he lost it, right? As a critical hit damage, he lost his Ansel shield. And that's why I was able to get rid of him there. Why is this starting now? What the heck? Huh? What is happening now? My video is doing some weird stuff. I think the match is still going, or is it a different match? I don't know what's happening right now. Obviously, I wanted to show you this too. That's why I built it in, but the beginning was a little bit weird. Okay, yeah. Enough with your Hydras already. Get killed. That's right. Alright, so there is one more guy coming, and you know what? I think this is a good way to prove it, to prove a point here, because I think this is actually a Carnage, is it? Look how fast the shield goes, and now the guy is pretty much killed. Like, with a few extra rockets coming in, he's pretty much down to like 15% health now, and he's got thunders on it. Now he needs to fire back. Like, what is this guy supposed to do? Seriously? Come on! Hashtag Carnage buff. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here we go with the statistics of this match. See how much we done. 1.5 million damage. I'm not sure, but this might actually be one of the highest damages that I achieved on my own account right now. 9 kills, 4 beacons capped. Overall, really good match. So I'm just gonna say thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe as brutal as a man can hit for more. Thanks for bearing with me. You guys are awesome as always. Manni-Gaming signing off. Bye bye. Hashtag Carnage buff.